Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting Propagandacast. Let's in fact get right to it. It's going to be a bit of a busy day, or at least a busy night when I'm recording it. For tomorrow shall also be a bit lacking in time, for reasons I shall not divulge. Nothing too serious, but still, you know, a bit more serious than this. We are seeing an American start right in the south, commanded by Paperplane, the most snutsed out of planes, no sorry. But nonetheless, fighting for the Americans, fighting for the 3rd Armoured Division, going up against him shall be the ever handsome, ever brilliant, ever amazing ImperialDane. Could possibly be personal embellishments, I can't say. But nonetheless, here he is fighting for the 352nd Grenadier Division. Bit of polite banter right there. I have absolutely no idea who the guy is, but he seems to recognize me, so he could be a fan. I could have played before. I don't know. Bags going up here, rifleman. I was sort of short of casts as well. You know, had a few, some perhaps longer, and time, which is one of the main reasons I usually go for one of my own casts rather than some people like to believe. You know, I just like showing out, and I don't. Occasionally I do because there's something highly interesting. Other times, you know, it's just, well, I don't really have anything to show. So again, you know, do kindly keep that in mind. But again, some people just don't seem to get it, no matter how many times repeated. Rifleman on there, Volksgrenadiere there. Very nice scene, fog, water, Volksgrenadiers, flag being raised there. Engineers heading eastwards. Pioneers securing a bit of barbed wire here. Possibly more Volksgrenadiers on the way from here. And some riflemen on the way from Paperplane. And Volksgrenadiers heading towards the center. The Americans, on the other hand, are not going there. They're rather going towards here. Bit of a more circuitous route. See engineers carefully moving about. Signaling, all quiet. Volksgrenadiers moving up, deciding to do something a bit rogue here, deciding to wang off this area a bit. Could be fun, I figured. Who knows what could happen? Perhaps something fun, perhaps something interesting, of course, perhaps something absolutely dire and unforetold. And of course, also laying down a bit of sandbags before we begin taking the point, so it'll be a bit safer. Riflemen moving in. Of course, I probably should have laid down more sandbags, but there you go. Beginning to take the point. Rather moving through the market square, and there we go, opening up on the Volksgrenadiers. Volksgrenadiers taking up behind the sandbags, but rather realizing they do that, you know, they're not all really covered, which could turn out to be a bit of a problem. So quickly pull back towards the cemetery proper. Volksgrenadiers moving in. The second team on the way to sort of provide a bit more support. Engineers going here for the cut-off point. I never really seem to go for that first, though. Riflemen pulling away. Volksgrenadiers figuring all clear, begin moving out. And Riflemen up here, forcing away the Pioneers. A bit unfortunate, that. But I continue. Bit of reconnaissance. Pioneers and Engineers facing off against each other. Sandbags here to protect this point, of course. MG moving in. 3rd Rifleman team ready. And then I'm moving against the munitions point once more. Most heroically, most gloriously. MG moving in. And could be setting up to cover this area. In fact, it will. Rifleman moving in there, and of course, in this case, this will give me a slight advantage. Heavy cover here, but of course not for him. Directionality and all that, so getting stopped there. And Rifleman trying to flank about the position, but running into the MG42. Quickly putting a stop to that, suppressing them. A few Riflemen going down here. In fact, with nary any losses of even health to these Volksgrenadiers. 3 men down. Riflemen are pinned, retreating, and retreating there so far. 3 Riflemen dead, no Volksgrenadiers even. Well, dead, but they've got barely any scratches. Perhaps even a cold. Volksgrenadiers moving in. Further Volksgrenadiers arriving to reinforce the position of the 352nd. Engineers moving up here. Could be deciding to cut the wire there. Riflemen hanging about here, getting ready for another assault. Volksgrenadiers moving out, deciding to go for here and cut off. Coming under fire. MG moving in. Wiring off this area a bit. Mine hits here. Hadn't quite counted on that, but our American friend is a bit aggressive. Mr. Paperplane. And Rifleman running right into that, getting shot up. Going to have to be pulled up quite immediately. Cutting off here soon. Moving in there. And Rifleman forced away. This is going to be temporarily safe, at least until someone decides to cut the wire there and ruin all that hard work. Bastards. And Engineers counter-attacking. False gun is pulled out, and more rifle now moving out. This is only going to be a bit of a contested area, since I'm currently moving most of my focus towards there, and of course pulling other troops back here because currently he's trying to harass my fuel, which is a bit of a nasty situation. But while they're on the main road, False gunner down, but managed to cut off the munitions from the Americans, so it's not just my munitions that cut off right there. 9 false gunners versus 6 riflemen. This could easily end up badly. Rifle moving through here, or at least they're hoping to. Coming under fire, suppressed the barbed wire, stopping them from moving about. Bit of a disadvantage. And the engineers are under fire. They do manage to render the point neutral. Bit to my distress. And looks like the Americans are setting up a flank. They're in fact laying down mines right here. Very aggressive, very bold. And getting BARs at the same time. I'm going to rather quickly force to counter-attack all at the same time. Also, we're going to have to leave behind a team to cover this MG just in case. Of course, we might decide to go for that. Don't expect the Americans to just do one thing at a time. False gunners moving in from the north, hoping to launch its sort of envelopment attack from both sides. Heavy cover here, a bit of cover there. Going to make things a bit difficult for those Americans. Charging right at the false gunners in heavy cover. Other false gunners providing a bit of support fire right there from the rear. 1 false gunner down. Rifleman down, 2 riflemen. Could there be more going down? 3. Yes, indeed. There we go. Rifleman down to 2 men. Retreating swiftly. Going to have to return this point to control. Flamethrowers equipped there. Coming under fire from other false Grenadiers. Krieg barracks is up. Another MG42 could be helpful though. Awesome Grenadiers, of course. And another attack moving through here. A bit weakened, of course. Wire cut. Got moved there by Paperplane. Quite aggressive. Not just holding to one axis of assault, but constantly shifting, constantly moving, constantly keeping me under pressure, and of course making things a bit harder for me, which is rather the point of all of this. At the same time, also quickly laying down a mine here. Bit of a trick there, of course, with sort of choke points, and engineers could in fact be going down. MG42 needs to get away though. False Grenadiers phasing off. Grenadiers are ready from the Krieg barracks, slightly more solid troops. False Grenadiers getting shot as they're retreating. Will they make it out of there? Just barely. This is looking pretty grim from the beginning on. Going to have to quickly regroup and counterattack, although I do have the slight advantage, of course, and that in terms of how many losses he's caused me and I've caused him, I'm rather leading a bit in that, you know, having not really been forced much to actually been forced back to reinforce, while he's actually been down that a few times, so I'm a bit leading in that in terms of manpower. Grenadiers leading the charge. MG42 number 2 on the way. What is he doing? He's in fact going for the supply. He might in fact be deciding to get an armored depot, and that's something a lot of Americans are liking to do as of late, you know. Packs being nerfed after the last patch, and of course again with the early dominance of the rifle, of course it's much easier to sort of limit the movements of the Wehrmacht, of course get as much fuel as possible, and thus of course much easier to go straight for this Sherman, and thus make things a lot bloody harder. But of course he might decide otherwise, and of course the supply out. No, he cancelled it. He might have decided he might just hang about with the infantry a bit, having noted the rather swift counter-attack by the glorious lads of the Wehrmacht. MG42 and false guys moving in here to deal with these riflemen here, while the rest of the force move through here. MG covering those chaps. Oh dear, the MG42 they were set up at a bad place. I rather realised too late, getting gunned up even despite the light cover. Of course, the riflemen are taking a bit of shots, and again remember, cover is directional. And there we go, the MG42 does manage to open out a bit. Rifleman down. MG though cleared out. Not looking good for the rifleman though. 1 more down, and further false grenades moving in. Some in fact getting out of cover. That was a bad move. 2 down. Only 1 false grenade down. And there we go. Full retreat. Rifleman getting suppressed. Not quite though. Center secured. Eastern flank slowly getting secured as well. MG42 quickly manned. And we are seeing a sniper coming out from Paperplane. He's rather figuring he wants some of that business. Shoot up some poor lovely German troops. And Pioneers sort of hanging about doing nothing. Could have been perhaps, you know, a bit of a good spot here to get a medic bunker up with this stage fact. Well, at this stage I'm probably thinking, you know, just in case, get a Pack 38 just in case he tries something. Of course I know he's been holding most of the map, although I've just casually forgotten I'm actually been causing him manpower losses while I've been pressing on reasonably well. So again, those are things to remember, but you know, He's trying to recoup his manpower losses elsewhere, but now medic station though, interesting enough. No medic station. MG42 covering here. Flamethrower engineers on the move. Looks like some riflemen could also be advancing in the distance. And moving in here, Volksgrenadiers and engineers taking up position right here, in fact. Hoping to rain fire down upon the Volksgrenadiers. And riflemen going down to a mine there, not looking so well, but again, a bit of a weak center. I'm still a bit spread out. Again, I need to push out, which of course makes things a bit more hazardous for me. And a bit more nervous. Moving in the MG42 to cover the approach from here. Good idea. And there's of course he attacks while I'm doing so. In which case I'm a bit problematic. In fact, this would probably not have been a bad idea to do so from either. But you know, I decide for here because, you know, I'm thinking I'm clever. Instead, of course, this rather gets ruined. The MG42 is not really ready. The engineers, in fact, escape. Riflemen do get suppressed, but of course, the engineers can just run around. Engineers take up position there. Volksgun is getting burned. Riflemen flanking through here with sniper and support. This is looking a bit grim. No idea where I went for that, actually. Might have been because I lost the rifleman team up here to some Volksgrenadiers and Grenadiers combined. Do not underestimate the Volksgrenadier. He can be a worthy soldier if handled properly. Half-track moving in. And of course a quick counter move by the Americans. Quickly set up something here. Cut me off once more. Pack 38 slightly pulling away. Probably could have spent that manpower a bit better, of course. But I always go for the Pack 38 just quickly. Just in case something, you know, not quite expected happens. But there we go. Half-track ready to lead the charge. And mow down some armies, laying down mines. Of course, more mines there. Mines everywhere. Quick counterattack being led by the MG42, so that's not the best one, but half-track on the move. Grenadiers, Volksgrenadiers, veterans are on the way. The Kampfkraft center is up. Volksgrenadiers here sneaking about. MG42 setting up to cover the advance. Mines going down. Half-track spots this. Charges in. Guns blazing. MG42 provides countering fire. Engineer down. Minesweepers to support the amount, because again, I know he uses mines at this stage, of course. Use the bloody minesweeper. Spotting a few mines there and decides, of course, to sort that business up quickly as possible. Mine down. Another mine down. Of course, this one's been spotted as well. Of course, I need to sort that one out as... No, in fact, he cancelled it, but I rather don't know that. But still, that's 50 munitions down the drain without really doing anything. That's only a small victory. Plus, of course, the full retreat caused by this rather sudden advance. Volksgun is retreating there. And terror has been chosen. Does allow me to push on a bit harder with higher losses. With the seal, and of course inspired assault can also be used sometimes for a good assault. And of course just killing a lot of Americans before they can do anything about it. And we are seeing Americans pulling out there. Half-track close by. MG42 setting up to cover there. Another here. And the half-track hoping to send those Americans scurrying out of their cover. There we go, full retreat. And I have no idea why those pioneers ended up there. I was hoping to sort of set them down there, but sometimes weird things just happen, I'm afraid, and there'll be a few more of those in this game. Getting a second pack for it. In this case, I'm sort of rather, again, speculating. He's bloody well going to get some sort of Sherman up before I know it. I really need 2 pack 38s for that, because otherwise the Sherman will just drive by the first one, and then I'm rather buggered. So, I really want to be prepared for the first Sherman again. Very vital, I always feel. MG42 advancing a bit closer. Taking the victory point there. Assault right through the center. Rangers leading it as well. Sniper opening out with the Grenadiers. Going to shift my positions from here. And far up there, of course, ignoring the heavy fire from the MG. Grenadiers forced away. Volksgun is getting run around corners with. Rangers moving in with submachine guns. MG42 half-track. Everything will have to move in here to establish a defensive front so I don't get completely pushed out. Sniper on the way, Scharfschütze. Figuring I need that actually at this stage. Volksgunners with MP40s getting suppressed by the BARs. Half-track moves forward. Runs into the line of fire of the Rangers, opening up with the bazookas. Volksgunners move forwards. MG42 sets up in a hopefully position well enough to protect the MG42, but also draw in the Americans. Sniper sneaks in from the west flank. And there we go. Rangers are suppressed. More riflemen moving in. Certainly looking still a bit dire. Not really a lot of territory for me. But quickly reinforcing, quickly shipping out to the front. MG42 getting sniped, but thankfully I do have the half-track to reinforce. Rifleman sneaking in from the flank. Sniper almost ready. Half-track providing a bit of suppression as well. Certainly helps. Rangers perhaps trying to get into this building. Provide a bit of overwatch with the bazookas. Get rain fire down upon the half-track. And looks like they're getting awfully close. But the sniper's also getting close. Another MG42. Volkswagen is getting shot up. Oh dear, the half-track is taking repeated hits. Half-track moving away. MG42 is firing. And the half-track is kaput. Nicht mehr. And sniper is dead. Counter-sniped. Bit of a bold move that, but it worked. MG42 and Pioneers retreating. The half-track is no more. It is a wreck. And the MG42 keeping the rest of those chaps pinned down. And looks like another move right here. At the same time, swiftly moving in as much as possible. Need to keep the Americans under pressure. Can't let them rest. If they do, they will reorganize. And the rifleman right there hit a mine, certainly giving them more time to react to that. And again, note the mining right here, of course, means they had to sort of be funneled into this area, which of course means that mine can do more damage, but sadly only one killed. Now we are seeing the supply, it's still no medic station from him, still no medic bunker from me. That was a bit of an ill choice, but again, sometimes being a bit under pressure, and you sort of have to decide, do you want to spend manpower on that? Of course, that's usually a good choice, but sometimes you are a bit indecisive. And that's something you have to be careful about. Right from there, coming under fire. Getting suppressed. Veterans you want for the support weapons underway. Volkswagen is running a bit of cover fire. Sniper moving in. Volkswagen is moving in. Grenadiers taking the point there. Rifleman under fire. Volkswagen is moving in. And there we go. Rifleman in fact moving in. Sniper also moving forwards. And he snipes the rifleman, not the Rangers. That was not the greatest move, I'll admit. Rifleman under fire. Thankfully there are no grenades from the Americans. Volkswagen is running cover, although the Rangers are going straight for the sniper. Sniper will have to retreat quickly. And there we go, successfully managing so. And there we go, MG42 opening up. MP40s, the Rangers are quickly forced away, having taken a bit too many losses. An attempt at Inspired Assault, but I realize it's too late. I can't quite get it off and do enough damage to the Rangers to actually make it worth the cost. Otherwise, I probably could have taken them out on the retreat. As Inspired Assault increases the rate of fire basically by 50%, plus it also ensures they... Oh, does it actually double it? I'm a bit unsure, I can't remember at the moment, but it also increases the damage done. It of course also means they're more easier to hit. So use it wisely, but it can do quite a wonder if used properly. Trust me on that one. Bit of engagement here, going to need something else to support. MG42 Grenadiers moving in, that's going to take care of it. Sniper going to have to quickly get to the front, going here for the missions point. Doomans rendered neutral, but Riflemen and Engineers quickly counter-attacking. Volkswagen need to retreat. Pioneers moving in here. And, oh dear, these Pioneers with the minesweeper will be lost. Oh dear, no, I've forgotten about it. Oh, dang you, tosser. Riflemen getting suppressed, losing men. Going for the other here's and a retreat as the grenade is getting lobbed. Center still sort of there, and there we go. In fact, we are seeing the tank deeper now on the way. No motor pool for him, at least not yet. And a mortar to support my efforts. Heavy losses for the rifleman right there. Looks like he might be leading up for another assault. Rangers, riflemen, flamethrowers. Getting ready for another two-pronged assault. In this case, I'm not actually ready. The MG42 only just setting up sniper there, but will it be enough? And of course it's simply not enough. The MG42 can't actually stop them. Sniper first retreats. Mortar also a bit of problems. Going to have to move these forces up here to once more counter the thrust. Moving in from the center. Mortar in a bit of a bad position. Volkswagen with MP40 doing a bit of rear guard. MG42 setting up. Volkswagen is pulling away. Going to have to retreat, I fear. And MG42 opening up on the riflemen. Suppressing, killing. Mortar rounds even doing a bit of damage there. Rangers moving in as well, but they do manage to get into the building, although at the same time they could set themselves up for a grenade. Could this happen? Yes, indeed, a grenade going right through there. Landing quite nicely in the center of everything, killing 3 Rangers. Absolutely amazing. And the riflemen are taking damage. Oh, another mortar round, killing 2 more. Heavy losses right there for Paperplane. And the 3rd Armored Division, which is currently hoping to get some armor up, in fact. More pushing from the main troops. Engineers forced away as well. And some Grenadiers shouting, "We are heroes," or something like that. Good spirit, good attitude. And quickly moving through here, engineers. MG42 once more setting up to cover that point. Other one moving in to cover the center.
Ready?
Full Grenadiers, Pioneers, and a sniper just streaming towards even another Grenadier team, actually. Good to see. Although at this stage you might want to consider getting up a Sturm Armory as soon as possible, as that's certainly going to be helpful with the Stug against those Germans, which I always constantly dread. Again, I've seen quite a few of them as of late. And here's something odd happens. I have no idea why, but for some reason they just randomly shoot at this building. I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. In fact, the sniper keeps doing it a few times. Possibly someone could have made some nasty graffiti right here. Germany sucks, who knows? Something like that. I've been setting up for another flank here. False guns moving about. A bit of barbed wire there could help. Of course, a bit of barbed wire there. All mines would have been nice, but the seemingly never gets around to that. Germany moving through. Rather than advancing. MG42 opening up. And there we go, getting suppressed. Rifleman flanking the central position right here. And there we go, the Germans moving in. Grenade getting knocked on the Rifleman. Oh, doing terrible damage to them. Will they get out of there alive? Will Johnny and Sarge make it out alive? Check out the next issue of GI Running. And apparently he does. Never mind then. Pack 48, slightly inching forwards. False guys who are trying to do the job right there are forced under quite a bit of fire there from the Sherman. They will need to retreat. Rückzug, Rückzug. Come on. Your MP40s, one mighty, cannot penetrate the armor of the Sherman. I'm sort of slowly inching in the Pack 38, hoping to catch the Sherman. Do a bit of damage there. Sturm Armory is up. In fact, I just managed to get out the Stug.
What are your orders?
Grenadiers taking a point right happy and safely. Engineers with flamethrowers moving in. It's time to return to Mr. Paperplane. And what is the current situation? Well, he's holding most of the territory. I'm not. Though he is slowly bleeding, he's also still holding quite a few of his forces. Though no. Medic station, which is certainly helping him, not helping in the long run, is no supply and upgrades. I'm not looking too well either, but I'm still looking better. I still have most of my infantry, not a single loss of full units. I still have the snipers, although for how long, I do not know. Of course, currently I'm facing off as Sherman. I'm hoping to get the Stug, of course, as swiftly as possible. Of course, I need to move forwards. And of course, getting a medic bunker would be a good idea. Selling the ammunitions there, good idea. And of course, getting some veterancy for those Stugs I plan on getting, also very good idea. But let us return to the fight. And there we go, artillery right on the Pack 38. MG42 also pulling away. Thankfully, no losses there. Although a bit of damage to that building. And Rifleman going straight for the central victory point. Will there be a quick counterattack? No. All quiet. Oh wait, there we go. Streaming out once more from the Wehrmacht base. Rifleman Ranger sneaking through here in the east. Others getting ready to move through here. Sherman getting repaired, having taken a bit of fire from the Pack 38. False Grenadiers and Grenadiers counter-attacking further forces moving in to support that effort. And there we go, the Stug 4 is ready. Sturmgeschütz klar. Teller ready, whatever. And a bit of fire there on the False Grenadiers, moving through as much cover as possible. Other False Grenadiers moving in. Sherman opening up. Pack 38, and there goes Stug moving in. Pack 38 hoping to maneuver in a bit behind. Open up on the Sherman as well. No further on the way. Sherman coming under fire. Riflemen there under quite a bit of fire. In fact, mortar rounds flying in. Pack 38 inching through, and there we go. Assault on the east. MG42 is trying to cover. Getting a bit outmaneuvered. Sherman almost down. Will it make it out there alive? Looks like it. Looks like it. Artillery being called in. I'm not quite sure where. Right there, in fact, on the Pack 38. Doing a bit of damage there. Rangers moving in. Coming under fire, though. MP40s are the False Grenadiers. Sniper also moving in. Grenade on the Rangers. That was quite a bit, actually. Stug survives, but the Pack 38 is utter trash. And this, our veteran 1 Rifleman team is slaughtered in the process. Bit of a blow there to Paperplane. Then again, he probably should have gone for Iron Plane. And right there, actually, that was a bit of a mistake. I wasn't actually hoping to get the officer. I was actually hoping to get a armoured car out. Of course, when you get an officer, you have to make what you can with him. Of course, he's got at seizing territory. He can do a bit of a forced retreat. And then, of course, he can do a bit of harassment, of course, guarding important bits. At least partially. Sniper moving about, 10 kills so far. What shall happen? What shall happen? Force Grenadiers standing about. Quickly repairing the Stu 4 officer moving towards the center. Sherman also getting repaired. And a second one on the way as well. Seems pretty obvious. Second Pack 38 moving forwards.
Losing ground out there.
Looks like the riflemen are taking the long route once more. Not hoping to run into an MG42. This one moving about a bit. All a bit quiet. In fact, let's just speed this up for the fun of it. Not really much to talk about at this stage, I think. Have forgotten it. Actually, a bit this quiet. My apologies, but there we go. Fire once more. Let's loose. Second Sherman on the move. Stug ready, or at least as ready as it can be. Veterans 1, good. Armoured car finally ready here, so that was not actually Stug. There we go. Opening up on the riflemen, doing a bit of damage, forcing their way, allowing the full screens to continue through there. Looks like riflemen are sneaking up on the eastern flank once more. Fighting in the center. Riflemen and Rangers coming under fire. Second Sherman home to sneak in. Pack 38 can't really provide cover there. Officer moving in to intercept, and there we go. Forced retreat. Showing them that he's made off. Sherman coming under fire. False guys need to retreat. Stug. Oh dear, false guy team is lost. Armored car moving in. Rangers taking heavy losses as well as they try to sneak in. Artillery moving in on the Pack 38. And the sniper actually got killed, so that what happened to him, I actually never know. Clearing out the Pack 38, in fact, utterly wrecking it. Being behind on the Stug 4 actually to deal with these two Sherman, that's a bit of a problem. And in fact, he's upgraded the guns, giving them increased penetration against the Stug. That's only going to make things much harder. Stug pulling out, MD425 from here. In fact, there's been a nice open right here, so of course it can fire through here. Quite nice for this gun, but it's pulling out due to the too many Shermans. Repairing the Stug. No other anti-tank assets in the area. This is quite a problem. Officer moving about here could do some harassment on his own. In the meanwhile, another Stug is on the way. Mortar getting
enemy unit
cleared out. And there we go, Sturmgeschütz number 2 ready. From the Panzerjäger Abteilung of the 352nd. Was actually supposed to have the Martyrs, but couldn't get them, so it actually got some Stugs from a Stug Abteilung, which had been rather beaten up on the Eastern Front. And Stug, out of control, crashes right into the house right there. Bit of a grim trophy. Not looking good at all. Officer in the south, though, doing a bit of harassment there. Certainly nice enough. Second Stug ready to do some damage. And we are seeing some damage here. False gun is coming out of fire from the Sherman, moving forwards. Guns blazing. Panzerfaust hitting it, but not quite doing much. False gun continue to support through the center, hoping to catch that Sherman. There we go. Head in the rear, main gun destroyed. Will it be able to avenge its lost brother? And the armor car in the meanwhile left to cover its flanks. That's less fortunate. Engineer down. Sherman in fact out of control. Stug pulling out. Grenadiers with a Panzerjäger covering. Rifleman just dodging it. Getting off a sticky bomb on the Stug. But the Stug keeps keeping its front at it. Damaged engine. Grenadiers and the armored car provide protection. Troops nearby to provide support. This is good, although still again a bit under pressure here. Officer moving towards the fuel pump, but might be running into some riflemen very soon. And there we go. The officer once more proves why he can be quite handy. In particular again doing harassment, which rather was shown by change, in fact, on this map. So great thumbs up to him for certainly showing that the officer can be useful. It's a bit of a second usage, I think. And Rangers taking up position there, rather interesting enough. Not entirely sure perhaps to cover any approaches from here by my assault guns and armoured cars. And there we go, off map combat groups almost ready. Could this be another Stug? Could it? Again, let's speed things up. Sorry about that, I hadn't really thought it was this for some reason. But again, that's what a bit of shortness in games can do to you. Or at least shortness in time and shortness in good games that are rather obvious and, you know, being awesome and great. Some games can take a few viewings before you get sure.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
Going straight for the victory point. Cheeky devil. Armoured car moves in. Sherman on the move after finally getting some repairs off. And looks like another Sherman is ready for the 3rd Armoured Division. They certainly got quite a few out.
We are losing
But
ground.
of course, lots of Stugs from here as well. Oh dear, the armoured car is on the fire. Not in the good way. Main gun destroyed. Where are the Stugs? Where are the Stugs? And oh dear, the armoured car goes up in flames. Panzerschecks on the Sherman MD covering right there. There goes the Charger, the Stugs. False Grenadiers moving in to cover against the Rangers. While the assault guns deal with those naughty Shermans. 2nd on the way. Quite a bit of resources floating here. Could get some veterancy. And the Lieutenant rather spotting some riflemen through here in the south. Also good and actually spotting things and being a bit of an observer as well. Yes, lots of uses. Too bad his artillery is utter rubbish.
The Yankees are
In particular considering the cost of it. Shermans though pulling back, not quite feeling keen on a confrontation with the Sturmgeschütz, though despite the fact that with the increased guns they probably would win. They give increased penetration and the Stug actually isn't that tough. Going to have to quickly counterattack. Mortar rounds on the riflemen, those dastardly riflemen. Stugs being some of the most produced armoured fighting vehicles in the entire Wehrmacht. Probably the most. Alongside the Hetzer. The Stug 4 came about basically due to a lack of Stug 3s because some of the factories producing those were actually damaged, which also resulted in a lack of Panzer 4s. Which was another problem, although probably not as bad as if the Führer had actually gotten his will, which was basically to stop producing Panzer IVs completely. Another engagement right here, Volksgrenadiers riflemen, and the riflemen quickly pull out, realizing they are outnumbered, outgunned. Germans charging through, Volksgrenadiers need to retreat, and a sniper from here. Oh dear, the Volksgrenadiers probably won't make it. No! Or will they? That's one lucky Volksgrenadier. Although he's probably not seeing it that way. Sherman's quickly pulling away in the face of the Stugs. Riflemen taking up position there. Coming under fire. Rangers charging through there. MG42 coming from here. Using the cafe actually to avoid sort of direct bombardment from any sort of Shermans nearby. Quite handy that. Grenadiers running a bit of covering fire as well. Sherman's moving close at the Stugs. Stugs a bit damaged. Pioneer right in front of it. That was a bad move. MG covering the flank. That's Rifleman moving in there. And artillery getting called in on the position right there, the support position. Taking away my limited artillery assets I have there. Stugs moving in, hoping to catch a Sherman. Oh dear, quite a bit of damage being leveled. Sherman moves away. Now the Sherman covers. Stug backs out of this. Manages to dodge all artillery. Forced retreat on the rifleman. And for some reason that Stug turned the rear. That was not good. Rifleman sneaking up there. 3rd Stug ready. And getting a firestorm ready just in case. Just in case. Could always prove handy, useful. Sniper's awfully close to death though. Grenadiers moving in and perhaps trying to catch that sniper, but no such luck. Instead the Rangers proved to be a nuisance. And the Sherman as well. Rather forcing my troops to get out of there. While the rest are reinforcing and getting ready to move up once more for the fatherland. And the Stugs looking a bit envious of that rather new one. Having taken quite a beating. using the first Duke to sort of lead, absorb most of the fire from the others, but this rather turns ill. Without infantry support, quickly gets sticky bombed, and without veterans E2, of course, they can't really deal on their own with the infantry as well either. Of course, they can reasonably, but you know, not prevent sticky bombs. They need the MGs for that. But quickly, intervention by the rest of the force puts a stop to that. Though have to be careful, I do not get too greedy and get them knocked out. And again, the officer moves south, once more moves for the munition. Once he does that, we will actually have each one half of the map. Believe it or not.
Pioneers ready and engaging the enemy.
Pioneers are ready. More pioneers, just hoping to quickly get those Sturmgeschütze repaired, otherwise I might be in what some people could consider trouble. It also might be handy, would be some veterancy for those Dukes.
Pioneers reporting for duty.
There we go, the pioneers are moving
They're
in
losing territory.
swiftly. And again, a bit of a quiet, you know, that can happen in some games. Speeding things up, and Ray goes charging right through there, taking heavy fire, running into prepared positions as the Wehrmacht. Not leaving anything to chance. The officer once more on the route move. No, Lieutenant Gottlieb is still alive. He quickly gets out of there, being quite tough, in particular with elite armor, which Veteran G2 gives him. But that is about his only saving grace, and watch some Grenadiers quick there to stop anything, but rather pulls up rounds, realizing there's nothing there. Again, looks like he's hoping for an off-map combat group, providing him with some riflemen, an MG, and 2 anti-tankers that could certainly provide the knockout punch against those Sturmgeschütze if used properly. And I'm awfully close to getting a firestorm as well. Veteran D2 on the way for the Sturks, finally. And let's just beat this out a bit. A few pot shots there from this Sherman. Anti-tank guns moving in. This could be it. This could be the big clash. Officer sneaking about, pulling out. And there we go, anti-tank guns opening up. I was a bit surprised at this stage. Of course, my basic strategy so far has been holding these points and hoping just to do a knockout blow and then advance quickly. But there we go. Firestorm, and of course this is an artilleryman stream. A huge congested target, and there we go. Firestorm. Knocking out one anti-tank and doing quite a bit of damage to his machine guns, riflemen. And of course making things much easier for my Stooks. Moving in infantry. Another anti-tank gun down. Shermans are in trouble. Having taken a bit of damage from the Panzerschrecks, everything else. There we go. First Duke down. Artillery getting called in right here in the center. Rangers moving in here. Rifle moving in from the south. Officer nearby. Stooks moving in for the kill, and Rangers coming under heavy fire a bit, or at least soon. Stooks decide to turn on the more nearby threat, and there we go, opening up. Guns blazing, all of them in fact, including the MGs. There we go, Rangers under heavy fire. All of a sudden, BAR seized. Down to one Ranger right there, and all of a sudden, Paperplane's dreams have gone up in Stook. Death. Oh, the Stu crews don't quite feel that, and there we go, GG. And a low, which I'm not entirely sure why it's to. And a GG from there. Of course, the firestorm right in the center there, of course, sorted things out. And of course, what can we learn from this? Well, of course, you know, be careful attacking from the, you know, one angle. I mean, in the beginning, he did alright. In fact, he did quite well, you know, attacking from numerous angles, keeping me up, keeping me on my guard, keeping up with mines, even the slightest movement. Of course, I probably should have been better at wiring off bits. That was clearly one of my major failings, you know, not wiring off this area, perhaps, you know, making it a bit harder for him, or mining off myself. Terrible that, and of course, I probably could have done well with a medic bunker. In the end, though, my faith in the Stooks and the Volksgrenadiers certainly saw me through for a large part, although, of course, the Grenadiers certainly also helped. Plus, probably that sniper a bit. But, you know, certainly a few things to learn, of course, from him, you know. A bit too late in supplied upgrades, probably could have done with a medic station himself. And, of course, the early sort of victories with, you know, draining him slowly of manpower certainly was also of much great help to me in the long run, certainly in the beginning, to sort of ensure I wasn't completely pushed off the map. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why not subscribe and tell your friends? And if you didn't, well, why not send in a replay of your own? This is ImperialDane saying cheers.